Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shachivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye. Namaskar and welcome back to Amar Bharati Samskrita YouTube channel, where we are studying the Shemushi Prathamo Bhagaha CBSE Class 9 Sanskrit textbook. In that we now look at the Saptamaha Pathaha Pratyabhigyanam. Lesson 7, Identity, Revealing of Identity. We now look at an English explanation of this particular lesson. Brief background before we get into the story. This is based on an episode in the great epic Mahabharata. After losing the kingdom in the game of dice, the Pandavas spend 12 years in the forest. This is called Vanavasaha, and there is one more condition, that they have to spend the 13th year incognito, in exile, in disguise, without being recognized. This is called as Ajnatavasaha. During this period of Ajnatavasa, they live in the kingdom of King Virata, and each one of the Pandavas takes a different disguise. This is described in the Virata Parva of the Mahabharata. Dharmaraja Yudhishthira disguises himself as Kanka, the game entertainer of the king. In this lesson, he is called as Bhagavan. Bhima disguises himself as a cook or chef, Vallabha or Valala. Arjuna disguises himself as a eunuch, teaching dance and music, called Brihannala. Nakula disguises himself as Dharmagranthi, taking care of the horses. Sahadeva disguises himself as Tantripala, looking after the cattle. Draupadi disguises herself as Sairandri, the handmaiden of the queen of the Virata Raja. Towards the end of the year of Ajnatavasa, living in exile in disguise, somehow Duryodhana and other Kauravas come to know that Pandavas are living in the kingdom of King Virata, and in order to spoil their exile, come to steal the cows there. This is called as the Gograhana Prasanga, the Gograhana episode. Then a battle ensues between the Kauravas and the Pandavas in disguise. This is the situation described in this lesson. The great poet Bhasa has conceived of a nice and interesting situation where Abhimanyu, son of Arjuna, is fighting on behalf of the Kauravas and does not know that his father Arjuna is disguised as Brihannala and that all the Pandavas, his uncles, are residing there. The revealing of identity on both sides is what is narrated in this story in an interesting manner. Now we go to the lesson proper. Prastutoyam pathaha Mahakavi Bhasa Pranitam Pancharatram iti natakat sampadya sangrihitosti. Prastutaha plus ayam prastutoyam sangrihitaha plus asti sangrihitosti. This current lesson is taken and compiled from the drama Pancharatram, composed by the great poet Bhasa. Atra natakamshe Duryodhanadina Rajnyah Viratasya Gavaha Apahritaha. In this drama part, the cows of King Virata are taken away, getting stolen by Duryodhanadina, by Duryodhana and others. Tesham Unmochanartham, and in order to release them, Virata Putraha Uttaraha, the son of King Virata, Uttara Kumara, Asya Sarathi Rupena Brihannala Veshadhari Arjunascha Ubhavapi, along with Brihannala, who is in the form of his charioteer, who is actually Arjuna in disguise. Ubhau plus api, Ubhavapi, Duryodhana plus Adina, Duryodhanadina, Arjunaha plus cha, Arjunascha, Ubhavapi Gatavantau. Both of them go there for the release of the cattle. Tat Pakshataha Bhishmadina Saha Arjuna Putraha Abhimanyurapi. Abhimanyuhu plus api Abhimanyurapi. Tat plus Pakshataha Tat Pakshataha Abhimanyurapi Yuddham Kritavan. Abhimanyu, son of Arjuna, fights on behalf of the Kauravas along with Bhishma and others. Bhishmadina Saha Yuddhe Kauravanam Parajayah Abhavat. And in this battle, Kauravas get defeated. Asminneva Kshane. Asmin plus eva. Asminneva. Asminneva Kshane. Rajabhavane Suchana Samprapta. At that very moment, the news reaches the palace of King Virata. Yad Vallabha iti Veshadharina Bhimena Ranabhumau Abhimanyuhu Abadhaha. That Vallabha, who is actually Bhimasena in disguise, has captured and bound Abhimanyu in the battlefield. Ranabhumau, in the battlefield, Abhimanyu has been captured by Bhima. Abadha, captured, bound. Grihitaha Abhimanyuho, they captured Abhimanyu. Arjuna Bhimauna Pratyabhijyanati, does not recognize both Arjuna and Bhima. Tena saha ubhabhyam saha sarosham vartalapam karoti, and argues ferociously, vociferously with both of them. Tataha ubhau abhimanyum rajasabhayam nayataha. Then both of them, Arjuna and Bhima, bring Abhimanyu to the king's court. Tatra upasthitaha rajakumaraha uttaraha ubhayoh rahasyam bodhayati. There Prince Uttara Kumara, who is seated, reveals the secret of both. Anena, and by this, Chadmaveshadharinam Pandavanam Abhijnyaanam Bhavati, and the identity of the Pandavas in disguise gets revealed. Now we go to the drama proper, the play proper. Before that, we look at the cast of characters in this play. Bhataha is a servant of King Virata. Raja is King Virata Raya. Bhagavan is Dharmaraya Yudhishthira in disguise. Vallabhaha is Bhimasena in disguise. Brihannala is Arjuna in disguise. Abhimanyu is son of Arjuna and Subhadra in disguise. Uttaraha, prince, son of King Virata Raya. Now the play starts. Bhataha Jayatu Maharajaha. Bhata says, victory to the king. Raja Apurva Ivate Harsho Bruhi. Bruhi Kenasi Vismitaha. Apurva Ivate Harsho. You are showing an unusual, strange happiness. Bruhi Kenasi Vismitaha. Kena plus Asi Kenasi. Tell me, by what are you surprised? Bhataha Ashraddheyam Priyam Praptam Saubhadro Grahanangataha. Ashraddheyam Priyam Praptam, unbelievably pleasant thing has happened. Saubhadro Grahanangataha, that Saubhadra, who is Abhimanyu, son of Arjuna and Subhadra, has been held captive. Raja Kathamidanim Grihitaha. Katham plus Idanim. Kathamidanim. How was he captured now? You go further. Bhataha Rathamasadya Nishankam Bahubhyam Avataritaha. Ratham plus Asadya. Rathamasadya Bahubhyam plus Avataritaha. Bahubhyam Avataritaha. Bhatta says, by reaching the chariot and unhesitatingly or without any doubt brought down by his arms or hands. Raja Kena king. By whom? Bhatah yah kila esha narendrena viniyukto mahanase. By one who has been designated by the king in the kitchen. Mahanasa is kitchen. Abhimanyumuddishya, Abhimanyum plus uddishya, Abhimanyumuddishya, addressing Abhimanyu. Itaha kumaraha. This way, O prince. Next, Abhimanyuhu. We look at the sandhis here. Khalu plus yeshaha, khalveshaha, balau adhikena api, balavadhikena api, ayam plus aparaha, ayam aparaha, vibhati umaveshamiva ashritaha haraha, vibhatyumaveshamiva ashrito haraha, vachalayatu yena maryaha, vachalayatvena maryaha. We look at the meanings. Abhimanyuhu. Abhimanyuhu. Bho. Konu khalveshaha. Oh, who indeed is this person? Yena bhujaika niyantrito baladhikenapi napiditaha asmi. Yena bhujaika niyantrito baladhikenapi napiditaha asmi. By one arm of whom, even though I am controlled with his excessive powerful strength, even then I am not harmed. Napiditaha asmi. I am not harmed at all. Brihannala says, Itaha kumaraha. This way, O prince. Abhimanyuhu. Aye. Abhimanyu says, oh, I am aparaha. This is one more. Kaha. Vibhat. Tyumaveshamivashrito haraha, who shines like Lord Shiva. Hara is Lord Shiva, who has assumed the form of goddess Uma. Parvati Umavesham iva ashritaha haraha. Brihannala Arya. Brihannala says, O noble one, Abhibhashana kautuhalam me mahat. I have great enthusiasm in conversation. Vachalayantvena maryaha. Vachalayatvena maryaha. Let the noble one engage me in conversation. Vachalayatvena maryaha. Next. Vallabhaha. We now look at the sandhis on this page. Abhimanyuhu plus nama. Abhimanyurnama. Rushyati plus yeshaha. Rushyatyeshaha. Tvam plus eva plus enam plus abhibhashaya. Tvamevainam abhibhashaya. Abhimanyuhu plus nama plus aham. Abhimanyurnamaham. Kim plus atra kimatra. Kshatriya vamsha udbhutaha. Kshatriya vamshodbhutaha. You look at the meanings. Vallabhaha. Vallabha says apavarya, aside. Badham, very good. Prakasham, abhimanya, loudly. O Abhimanyu. Abhimanyuhu. Abhimanyurnama. Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu, you, an ordinary person, are calling me by name. Vallabhaha. Rushyatyeshamaya. Vallabha, he is getting angry with me. Tvamevainam abhibhashaya. You only talk to him. Brihannala. Abhimanya. Brihannala says, O Abhimanyu. Abhimanyuhu. Katham. How indeed is this? Abhimanyurnamaham. I am named as Abhimanyu. Bhoho. O. Kimatra Virata Nagare. Is it that in this Virata Nagara Kshatriya Vamshodbhutaha Nichaihi api namabhihi abhibhashyante. Persons born in Kshatriya clan are addressed by name, called by name, even by lowly persons. Nichaihi api, even by lowly persons. Athava, or aham shatru vashangataha, have I been captured by enemies. Ata eva tiraskriyate, therefore I am getting insulted. Abhimanyu thinks like that. We go further. Brihannala. We look at the sandhis here. Sukham plus aste, sukhamaste. Pitruvat plus akramya, pitruvad akramya. Tatra bhavantam plus api, tatra bhavantam api. Parasparam plus avalokayatah, parasparam avalokayatah. Katham plus idanim, katham idanim. Savagnyam plus iva, savagnyamiva. We look at the meanings. Brihannala abhimanyo sukhamaste te janani. Brihannala, O Abhimanyu, your mother is well indeed. Abhimanyu says, Katham katham, how? Janani nama, my mother's name. Kim bhavan me pita athava pitruvyah, are you my father or paternal uncle? Katham mam pitruvad akramya strigatam katham pruchhati. How have you taken authority of me as a father and asking about the stories of our ladies? It's a disgrace. You should not ask me these questions, is what he's telling. Brihannala abhimanya api kushali devaki putraha keshavaha. And also Keshava, Krishna, son of Devaki, is well indeed. Abhimanyuho katham, how is this? Tatra bhavantam api namna, that respectable person stationed there, also addressed by name. Athakim, now what? Brihannala vallabhau parasparam avalokayatah. Brihannala and Vallabha look towards each other and also laugh. Abhimanyuhu kathamidanim savagnyamiva mam hasyate. How is that now these people with no attention to me, disrespectfully, are laughing? Brihannala nakhalu kinchit, nothing indeed. Brihannala says, nothing indeed. We go further. There is a shloka here. Partham pitaramuddishya matulancha janardanam tarunasya kritastrasya yukto yuddha parajayah. Partham pitaramuddishya matulancha janardanam tarunasya kritastrasya yukto yuddha parajayah. Tarunasya kritastrasya yukto yuddha parajayah. The padacheda, the padavibhaga, the split of words. Partham pitaram uddishya matulam cha janardanam tarunasya krita astrasya yuktaha yuddha parajayah. The anvaya at the prose order, gadyakrama is pitaram partham matulam janardanam cha uddishya krita astrasya tarunasya yuddha parajayah yuktaha. Pitaram partham, father Partha or Arjuna, matulam janardanam cha, and uncle Janardana, Krishna, uddishya, addressing, tarunasya, of the young person, krita astrasya, one who is well versed in weaponry, archery, warfare, yuktaha is befitting, yuddha parajayah, losing in the battle. What is the overall meaning of this shloka? Brihannala is telling, for a young person who has Arjuna as his father and Lord Krishna as his uncle, who is well versed in the art of warfare, is it befitting indeed for him to be defeated in battle? Is the meaning of this shloka. This is some kind of ridicule on Abhimanyu, that he got defeated by ordinary persons in a battle. Abhimanyu continues. We look at the sandhis on this page. Kartum plus anuchitam, kartum anuchitam, mat plus rite madrite, kim plus artham kimartham, mam plus abhigatah mam abhigatah, ashastraha plus ayam ashastroyam. We look at the meanings. Abhimanyu says, alam swachhanda pralapena. Enough of boasting. Asmakam kule, in our clan. Atma stavam kartum anuchitam. It is not proper to do self-praise. Rana bhumau hateshu sharan pashya. Look at the arrows on the bodies of the dead soldiers in the battle. Madrate anyatnamana bhavishyati. There is none other than my name on the arrows. Means that it is only I who have killed soldiers in the battlefield and not you. Brihannala evam vakya shaundiryam. What a braveness in speech. Kimartham tena padatina grihitaha. How were you captured by an ordinary soldier? Abhimanyuhu ashastram mam abhigataha. I was captured when I was weaponless. Pitaram Arjunam smaran aham katham hanyam. Remembering my father Arjuna, how can I kill him? The meaning is, it is improper to attack and kill an enemy person who does not have weapons. Ashastreshu madrishahana praharanti. Persons like me do not attack those who do not have weapons. Ataha ashastroyam mam vanchayitva grihitavan. Therefore this person who was without weapons captured me vanchayitva, by cheating. We go further. Raja, king says, Tvaryatam abhimanyuhu. Tvaryatam plus abhimanyuhu. Tvaryatam abhimanyuhu. Hasten Abhimanyu. Bring him quickly to the court, is what Raja is telling. Brihannala itaha kumaraha. Brihannala says, this way, O prince. Yeshaha maharajaha. This is the king. Upasarpatu kumaraha. Go near him, O prince. Abhimanyuhu. Aha kasya maharajaha. Who's king? Raja. Yehi putra. Yehi plus yehi is yehi. Oh, come, oh son, come near. Katham namam abhivadayasi. Mam plus abhivadayasi. Mam abhivadayasi. How are you not saluting me? Atmagatam, to himself. Aho. Utsiktah khalvayam rishi kshatriya kumaraha. Oh, proud, arrogant indeed is this Kshatriya prince. Utsiktah khalvayam. Khalu plus ayam khalvayam. Kshatriya kumaraha. This prince is arrogant indeed. Ahamasya darpa shamanam karomi. Aham plus asya ahamasya. I will bring down, subdue his arrogance. Prakasham, loudly. Atha kenayam grihitaha. Kena plus ayam kenayam. Loudly. By whom was he captured? We go further. Bhimasenaha. There are some sandhis here. Ashastrena plus iti plus abhidhiyatam. Ashastrenetyabhidhiyatam. Dhanuhu plus tu dhanustu. Kaha plus ayam koyam. We look at the meanings. Bhimasenaha Maharaja Maya. Bhimasena says, O king, by me. Abhimanyuhu Ashastrenetyabhidhiyatam. Let it be known that I was captured by one who was unarmed when I was unarmed. Bhimasena Shantam Papam. Bhimasena, God forbid. Dhanustu durbalaihi eva grihyate. A bow is indeed held by a weak person only. Mamatu bhujau eva praharanam. For me, my two arms are indeed my natural weapons. Which means I don't need any other weapons. Abhimanyuhu matavadbhoho. Not indeed. Kim bhavan madhyamaha tataha. Are you the middle father Bhimasena? Yaha tasya sadrisham vachaha vadati. You are telling words like him. Bhimasena is called as Madhyama Pandava, the middle Pandava. Bhagavan Yudhishthira Putra Koyam Madhyamo Nama. O son, Who is this middle Pandava, middle person? Who is this middle person? We go further. Abhimanyuho Yoktrayitva Jarasandham Kanthashlishtena Bahuna Asahyam Karma Tatkritva Nita Krishna Tadarhatam Yoktrayitva Jarasandham Kanthashlishtena Bahuna Asahyam Karma Tatkritva Nita Krishna Tadarhatam. The Padacheda, Padavibhaga, Yoktrayitva Jarasandham Kanthashlishtena Bahuna Asahyam Karma Tatkritva Nita Krishna Atadarhatam. Anvaya, the prose order. Kanthashlishtena Bahuna Jarasandham Yoktrayitva Tad Asahyam Karma Kritva Krishna Bhimena Atadarhatam Nitaha. We look at the Pratipadartha, meanings of the individual words. Yoktrayitva, having tied, bound. Jarasandham, Jarasandha. Kanthashlishtena, by embracing the neck with his arm around his neck. Bahuna, by his arms. Asahyam karma tatkritva, doing acts which cannot be imagined, which are inconceivable. Nita Krishna Atadarhatam, which could not be done by Krishna himself, meaning that Bhima deprived Krishna of the pleasure of killing Jarasandha, is what is the meaning of this shloka. Bhimasena, such a hero. Abhimanyuhu, the meaning of this shloka is the inconceivable act of tying, binding down Jarasandha by embracing his neck using his own arms was done by Bhima, which Lord Krishna himself could not do. In doing so, Bhimasena deprived Krishna of the pleasure of killing Jarasandha. One more shloka. Raja says, king says, Nate kshepena rushyami rushyata bhavatarame kimuktva naparadhoham katham tisthati yatviti. Nate kshepena rushyami rushyata bhavatarame kimuktva naparadhoham katham tisthati yatviti. Padacheda na te kshepena rushyami rushyata bhavata rame kim uktva na aparadha aham katham tisthati yatu iti. Anvaya, the prose order is Rushyata bhavata rame te kshepena na rushyami kimuktva aham na aparadha katham bhavan tisthati yatu iti. The Pratipadarthas are Nate, not by your. Kshepena rushyami, I will get angry by your insult. Rushyata bhavata, by your anger. Rame, I get pleased, I become happy. Kimuktva, having told what? That. Na aparadham aham, will I be without offense? Katham tisthati, how does he stand here? Yatu iti, let him go, if I say. The meaning of this shloka is, King Virata is telling, I will not get angry by your insult. In fact, I am delighted by your anger. Shall I indeed not offend if I say, how does he stand in my presence? Off with him, let him go away. Next, Abhimanyu replies, Yadyahamanugrahyaha. This shloka is here. Padayo samudacharaha kriyatam nigrahochitaha bahubhyamahritam bhimaha bahubhyameva neshyati. Padayo samudacharaha kriyatam nigrahochitaha bahubhyamahritam bhimaha bahubhyameva neshyati. Padacheda, padavibhaga. Padayoho samudacharaha kriyatam nigraha uchitaha bahubhyam ahritam bhimaha bahubhyam eva neshyati. Anvaya, prose order is Padayoho nigrahochitaha samudacharaha kriyatam bahubhyam ahritam mam bhimaha bahubhyam eva neshyati. Padayoho, of the feet. Samudacharaha, the treatment. Kriyatam, is to be done. Proper treatment. Nigrahochitaha, which is befitting my captivity. Bahubhyam ahritam, I was carried in here using arms. Bhimaha, Bhimasena, Bahubhyam eva, in his arms themselves. Neshyati, will carry me away. What is the meaning of this shloka? Yadi aham anugrahyah. Yadi plus aham plus anugrahyah. Abhimanyu says, if I am bestowed a favor by you, if I am obliged by you, the meaning of this shloka is, give my feet the treatment which is befitting my captivity. Bind my feet. I was carried in here using arms. So Bhimasena will carry me in his arms and release me from here. That is what Abhimanyu is telling. Tatah pravishatyuttaraha. Pravishati plus uttaraha. Pravishatyuttaraha. Then enters Prince Uttara Kumara. Uttaraha. Tata Abhivadaye. Uttara says, Father, I salute you. Raja Ayushman Bhava Putra. O son, may you live long. Pujitaha Krita Karmano Yodha Purushaha. Have you honored the warriors who did their duty in the battle? Uttaraha Pujya Tamasya Kriyatam Puja. Let us honor the one most deserving of honor. Raja Putra Kasmai. King, O son, to whom? Uttaraha Ihatra Bhavate Dhananjayaya. Iha plus atra bhavate, ihatra bhavate. To the noble Dhananjaya, Arjuna who is here. Katham Dhananjayayeti. Dhananjayaya plus iti Dhananjayayeti. How to Dhananjaya? Dhananjaya is Arjuna. Uttaraha athakim. Then what? Smashana dhanuradaya tuni rakshaya sayake nripa bhishmadayo bhagna vayam cha parirakshitaha. Smashana dhanuradaya tuni rakshaya sayake nripa bhishmadayo bhagna vayam cha parirakshitaha. Padacheda Smashanat dhanuhu adaya tunira akshaya sayake nripaha bhishma adayah bhagnaha vayam cha parirakshitaha. Anvaya, prose order. Smashanat tunira akshaya sayake dhanuhu adaya bhishma adayah nripaha bhagnaha vayam cha parirakshitaha. Smashanat, from the cemetery, from the cremation ground. Dhanuhu adaya, having brought the bow. Tunira akshaya sayake, quiver along with their inexhaustible shafts or arrows. Nripaha, kings. Bhishma adayaha, Bhishma and others. Bhagnaha, were defeated, vanquished. Vayam cha, and we. Parirakshitaha, were protected. In the Ajñātavasa time, when they were in exile, the weapons of the Pandavas were hidden in the smashana, in the cemetery. Uttara Kumara Athakim. What else? The meaning of this shloka is, Dhananjaya, Arjuna, took his bow from the cemetery and his quiver along with their inexhaustible arrows and defeated, vanquished Bhishma and other kings, and we were protected thus. Next, Raja, evam etat, evam plus etat, evam etat. King says, is that so? Uttaraha, vyapanayetu bhavan shankam. Bhavan plus shankam is bhavan shankam. You may dispel any doubt. Ayameva, ayam plus eva, asti dhanurdharaha dhananjayaha. He is indeed the wielder of the bow, Dhananjaya. Brihannala yadyaham Arjunaha. Yadi plus aham yadyaham. If I am Arjuna, tarhi ayam Bhimasenaha. Then this is Bhimasena, Ayam cha Raja Yudhishthiraha, and this is King Yudhishthira, Abhimanyuhu, Ihatra Bhavanto me Pitaraha, Iha plus Atra Bhavanto, Ihatra Bhavanto. Here are all my respected elders, my fathers. Tena Khalu, that is why. Narushyanti maya kshipta hasantascha kshipanti mam dishtya gograhanam svantam pitarau yena darshitaha. Narushyanti maya kshipta hasantascha kshipanti mam dishtya gograhanam svantam pitaro yena darshitaha. The padacheda is Na rushyanti maya kshipta hasantaha cha kshipanti mam dishtya gograhanam svantam pitaraha yena darshitaha. Anvaya, the prose order is maya kshiptaha api narushyanti hasantaha cha mam kshipanti dishtya gograhanam svantam bhavati yena pitaraha darshitaha. Narushyanti, they do not get angry. Maya kshiptaha, when insulted by me. Cha hasantaha, and they laughingly. Kshipanti me, they taunt me. Dishtya, fortunately. Gograhanam, this cattle raid, this stealing of cattle. Svantam is a comedy that ended well. Yena pitaraha, by which the fathers, elders, darshitaha, have been seen by me. What is the meaning of this shloka? Abhimanyu is telling, they do not get angry when insulted by me, and they laughingly taunt me. What a good fortune that this cattle raid has ended well, since it has helped me to see my elders. Iti kramena sarvan pranamati. Then he, Abhimanyu, salutes everyone in order. Sarve chatam alinganti. Then everyone embraces him. This completes the drama part. Now we look at a short grammar and notes portion belonging to this chapter. First, the notes. Introduction to the poet. Among the dramatists in Sanskrit, the name of great poet Bhasa is among the foremost. The 13 plays composed by poet Bhasa are these: Dutavakyam, Karnabharam, Duta Ghatotkacham, Urubhangam, Madhyama Vyayogah, Pancharatram, Abhisheka Natakam, Balacharitam, Avimarakam, Pratimanatakam, Pratignya Yogandharayanam, Swapnavasavadattam, and Charudattam. Introduction to the play, the Pancharatram. The story of Pancharatram is based on the Virata Parvan of the Mahabharata. At the time of Ajñātavāsa, living in exile by the Pandavas, Duryodhana performs a yajna, a sacrifice. At the end of the sacrifice, he intends to give a Guru Dakshina, an offering to the preceptor, to Guru Dronacharya. Dronacharya expects, in the form of the Guru Dakshina, return of the Pandavas' kingdom to the Pandavas. Duryodhana replies that in case Pandavas are found out in 5 nights, Pancha Ratri, then it will be possible to give them their rightful possessions as per their ancestral rights. On the basis of these 5 nights, the current play is called Pancharatram. Further, there are certain sutras or suktis in this particular lesson. We will look at the meanings of these suktis one by one. Tarunasya kritastrasya yukto yuddha parajayah. Tarunasya kritastrasya yukto yuddha parajayah. While living in exile, Arjuna, in the disguise of Brihannala, a eunuch, after a long time gets an opportunity to meet his son Abhimanyu. Arjuna desires to talk to his son, but as he is in disguise and as Abhimanyu gets captured by Arjuna himself, Abhimanyu does not like to talk to Arjuna. At that time, in order to enthuse Abhimanyu, Arjuna talks sarcastically, ridiculing Abhimanyu like this: "Your father is Arjuna and your uncle is Lord Krishna himself. You are endowed with expertise in warfare and weaponry, and you are young. Is it befitting indeed for you to be defeated like this in battle? Tarunasya kritastrasya yukto yuddha parajayah." That is the statement here. Next one. Mamatu bhujau eva praharanam. Abhimanyu is angry indeed that he has been captured using unjust means by the unarmed Bhimasena. Bhimasena gives a justification that weapons are indeed used by those who are weak. Bhimasena says, "For me, my arms themselves are my natural weapons. Therefore, there is no need for any other type of weapon." This kind of expression is also found in other plays, as in "Ayam tu dakshino bahu ayudham sadrisham mama" in Madhyama Vyayogah. "Bhimasyanu karishyami shastram bahur bhavishyati mrichakatikam vayamapi cha bhujayudha pradhanaha avimarakam mamatu bhujau eva praharanam." This is an explanation for this particular statement. Next one. Nitaha Krishno atadarhatam. Atadarhatam. Nitaha Krishnaha atadarhatam. Sri Krishna had killed Kamsa, who was the son-in-law of Jarasandha. Filled with anger because of this, Jarasandha had taken a vow to destroy the Yadu dynasty to which Lord Krishna belonged. For this, Jarasandha had attacked Mathura, place of Krishna, many times. He had actually caught Krishna also, but by some means or the other, Krishna had escaped from him. Actually, Krishna wanted to take the right opportunity and kill Jarasandha, but by then Bhimasena took upon himself the task of killing Jarasandha and killed him. Whatever task was to be done by Lord Krishna, Bhimasena did that task and hence deprived Krishna of the opportunity of killing Jarasandha. This is what is told in the above statement. Nita Krishna atadarhatam. Nitah Krishnaha atadarhatam. Nitah Krishno atadarhatam. And now there is a small grammar portion here. Kta pratyayaha. This kta pratyaya is used to express past tense. In passive voice, karmani prayogaha for transitive verbs, sakarmaka dhatus, and in impersonal voice, bhave prayogaha for intransitive verbs, akarmaka dhatus. For example, dhatu is pat dhatu. When we apply the kta pratyaya, the mula shabda becomes pathita. In pullinga it becomes pathitaha, pathita in strilinga and pathitam in napumsakalinga. Gam shabda with the kha, gam dhatu with the kta pratyaya, the mula prada becomes gata. Gataha in pullinga, gata in strilinga and gatam in napumsakalinga. Drish dhatu, kta pratyaya becomes drishta. Drishtaha in pullinga, drishta in strilinga, drishtam in napumsakalinga. All these 9 words given here in pullinga, strilinga and napumsakalinga are past tense words which are formed using the kta pratyaya. Now the ktavatu pratyaya. This ktavatu pratyaya is used in active voice, kartari prayoga, to express past tense. Pathe plus ktavatu is patitavat. In pullinga it becomes in ekavachana prathama vibhakti patitavan. Dvivachana it is patitavantau and bahuvachana it is patitavantaha. Patitavan, patitavantau, patitavantaha. In strilinga in prathama vibhakti it will become patitavati, patitavatyau, patitavatyaha. In napumsakalinga in prathama vibhakti it becomes patitavat, patitavati, patitavanti. These are all Prathama Vibhakti forms in Ekavachana, Dvivachana and Bahuvachana for Pullinga, Strilinga and Napumsakalinga from the Patitavat Shabda. Now, next we see some examples of conversion between active and passive Kartari to Karmani, Karmani to Kartari. Yena Pitaraha Darshitaha is Karma, Karmani, which is passive voice. By whom the fathers were seen. Yat Pitrun Darshitavat is Kartri, is Kartari, active voice. Who saw the fathers? Bhavadbhi Vayam Parirakshitaha. We were protected by all of you. Karmavacha, which is Karmani, which is passive voice. In active voice it becomes Bhavantaha Asman Parirakshitavantaha. All of you protected us. That's the meaning in active voice. Kena ayam grihitaha. By whom was he captured? In Karmavacha, which is Karmani, which is passive voice. In active voice, Kartari, it becomes Kartravacha. Kaha imam grihitavan. Who caught him? So these are the examples of Kartari to Karmani and Karmani to Kartari. You can download printable version of these slides at the link given in the description below. This brings me to the end of this lesson. Thank you for watching. Saptamaha Pathaha Pratyabhigyanam. We complete the lesson part of this particular lesson. Like, subscribe, share and comment in the section below. See you in the next video with the exercises part. YouTube Amara Bharati Samskrita Shubham Bhuyat Mangalamastu Vande Mataram Shri Krishnarpanamastu.